afternoon, our viewers. Welcome to our show where we talk about journalistic issues. My name is Naguja Serena, your host today. Oftentimes, journalists are being beaten in Uganda and across the world. Reason being they violate the law, and some even don't violate the law. And we are here to disseminate issues that lead to journalists being beaten. Are they really violating the law? Today we are talking about journalism. And in the house we have Tracey K from Nalo Foundation. She's here to take us through different laws, to take us through things that we really do as journalists that violate the law. You're welcome, Tracey.
Thank you so much, Serena. Thank you so much for having me on the show. I'm humbled. You could have picked so many. I'm humbled. My name is Tracey K. K is for Kansiime, for those that don't know. And I am a co-founder and COO at Nalo Foundation. And for those that don't know what Nalo actually does, we are a media organization, not for profit, that is here to make sure we have a legally aware, a legally informed, a legally empowered generation. And how we do that is we use media platforms, media content to sort of drive narratives or the agenda towards making sure that we have a very, very legally aware generation. So we use content to also trigger conversations around key prominent issues, especially around the law. Okay. We really are passionate about Sustainable Development Goal 16, which is peace, justice, and strong institutions. And so with the kind of work that we do, we hope to champion, peaceful communities that coexist with each other, respect the rule of law, respect human rights. We hope that with this sensitization and trainings that we continuously do around, simplified laws, we are able to, support towards the building of, strong institutions. Because let's face it, for strong institutions to happen, we have each a role to play. Media has a key role to play. One in sort of driving the agenda towards people believing and trusting in these institutions to do the work that they're supposed to do. And overall, this we believe should be sustainable. Media has a strong, purpose. And so when you look at how we inform people, how we educate people, we believe the law is one of those issues that media should actively and proactively cover to make sure that our communities are then able to seek justice fairly, but also for all, equitable justice. We also believe that through that, you're then able to have democratic societies. A community that understands the law is able to demand for accountability and transparency because they know what they deserve. They are also able to ask and demand for better service delivery in those aspects. So the law should empower everyone to live better, but also receive better from everyone that is in leadership. So I think that is what Nalo does.
Okay, thank you, Tracey. In particular, why did you choose journalism? And you did not choose teachers as a profession. Why did you come up to choose journalism to go out there and inform journalists about the law?
So there is this common saying of when you want to catch a thief, you send a thief. I believe that for issues around journalism, press freedoms, for issues around fair, pay, for issues around, freedom of expression, to truly understand and appreciate those aspects of the law, you need, as journalists, to first of all appreciate the law in its entirety. You just can't pick and choose what we use as journalists. We need to truly understand all the laws, disseminate those laws in a simplified manner to the communities. Because when we are advocating for better, it's hard to advocate as solo sectors. You need other players. So for us as journalists, we believe as we go out to educate people about the law, as we go out to inform people about the law, do we know the law ourselves as journalists? Do we know what access to information the Act is all about? Do we know what press freedom is in relation to the law? So for that to happen, lawyers are not going to come here and say, you know what, let's train journalists on the law. Because we have worked within these spaces, we know the gaps that exist. And so we are the first line of response to those challenges. So as a journalist, I am the first line of response to issues that are affecting us as journalists, especially legally. And how can I then work towards making sure that we have responses, or bring the legal sector and legal justice players towards making sure they, join us in the fight for better, So it's incumbent upon me as Tracey, as a team from NALO, to then go out and look for who else can support us in advocating for better, advancing for better laws for us, ourselves. So that's why we started NALO, and that's why we work very closely with the justice law order sector to have things like the press dialogue, to have trainings and sensitization campaigns, to have legal explainers about the laws that affect journalists. And we believe with that, then the other, players in the field are able to recognize our challenges, our complexities, and work towards making those better. And I think that's why we do it.
Thank you so much. Tracey, in your opinion, what are some of the laws that journalists can follow out there? Because most of them might be not knowing the law, how they work while operating their journalistic work on a daily. It briefly explain to them what some of the laws that they should follow while operating in their field.
My, oh my. So the list of laws are many. They are complex, that we recognize. But the beauty about it is that we have working organizations that are meant to, support in situations such as these, in sensitization of journalists. Case in point is, for example, whereas the UCC is mandated to, regulate, it would be incumbent upon them to sort of support us with these regulations. Can you simplify them for us so we understand them? It's also a call to Uganda Journalism Association to provide journalists or join us at NALO in making sure that citizens across the board, but journalists in particular, understand the laws. When you look to access of information, I think this is something that journalists need to really, really understand. The law towards access to information is there, but do we know? That's one of them.